Good morning, Jen.
Good morning. I'm actually super sick.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, I can't miss this though. This is too important. So
I'm sorry,
we'll
babe.
see. I feel like I smell like or smell. See, I feel like I sound like an 80-year-old smoker.
You look beautiful. You sound great.
Okay, good.
So you're good. You're good, my friend. Okay, so I'm expecting about 12 people. 12 signed up, but who knows? I never know. So I'm going to open the room and we will be blessed with whomever decides to show up today. And you know what? It's Millionaire Marketplace. So our minds just explode when we're at one of these events, Jen. Just love it. So enjoy.
Am I able to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm going to let everyone in. Good morning, everyone. Woohoo! Good morning. Join us, join us. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Anita. Dar is on her way in. Please warm up the chat with all of your great information. You know, those things like your phone number, your email, maybe if you have a website, let's put your website address. If you have a background, let's get your backgrounds up. If you don't, then I will get you one placed. I used to be better at getting these backgrounds to everyone, but for some reason I'm failing. Anita, do you have one or do I need to get you one? I'm putting you on the list now.
Have one either, LaDonna.
Okay, I'll get you one, Jen. All right, Dar, I think you should have one. Kelly, you should have one, right?
It should be on now. I just switched it.
There it is. There it is. I see you. You're amazing. There's Dar's. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Dar, is Abby on her way or do we know?
It depends on how she's doing with the customer at the local public library.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, we'll let her in when she gets here. Let's go ahead and get that chat warmed up with all your great information. And then we will get, you know what else I would love to share with us today is what is going to be your favorite thing that you are going to do today? What do you have planned that you are looking forward to? Maybe you're going to take a long bath, have an extra cup of coffee with a friend. Maybe you're going to take a nap. Maybe you're going to reach out to 10 new prosperous, Jen, go back to bed. Yes, Jen, that's right. Jen's not feeling well, so yes. You know what? When we don't feel well, the best thing is water and rest. Water and rest. That's the best thing. So yes. So so I think reaching out to 10 new leads today, that would be awesome. Attending a goal mapping masterclass. Oh, that's exciting, Kelly. That's exciting. That is exciting. You know, on that story, my thoughts are when I attend a class, I'm always, do I need to attend or do I need to be finding new people to talk to as a business owner, right? And you're like, oh, but which one? Which one? But you know what? You have to do both. You just have to find time to do both because we can never, ever stop learning. And when you take these classes, that may be just the person that you need to be finding for your business. You never know. My favorite thing today, nourishing, relaxing dinner. My grandkids will be at gymnastics and eating afterwards. Ah, I love spending time with grandbabies. I love it. I love it. I'm missing the 4-year-old. I haven't seen him since Halloween. And that's a long time for me since Halloween. I'm not used to that. So, but I will get great quality time next week with him. So, hello, Grace and Tamara. What we've done so far is we put all of our great information in the chat, like our email, our phone numbers, our websites, things like that. And then after that, we put in what is going to be your favorite thing that you have planned for today. Your favorite thing that you have planned for today. All right. So with that, while you guys are doing that, I am going to turn this over to Jen Fallon for the next 20-ish, 25-ish minutes. And she is going to speak to us about prospering. We're always talking about prospering. So here we go, Jen. Thank you so much. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So that's we're going to talk about goal setting. And so probably for most of us as business owners, like we probably know about goal setting and how to do it. So, but if nothing else, this is a great refresher. And for us, well, I just firmly believe that this is really the time that you need to be setting your goal. If you are waiting till January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whenever you start your new year after the holidays, it's too late. You need to get your goal started now. December, put your plan together. That way you hit the ground running in January. So this is just what I did for myself to keep my team and myself on track. And it's just a really good beginner's guide. So if you're a beginner, this is perfect for you. If not, then hopefully this is just a good refresher. So what is a goal? A goal is a desired result that has numerous objectives and must have a measurable time frame. Without a time frame, it's just a dream, not a goal. I tell my team all the time, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. So you must be able to put your goals on a calendar. Otherwise, you don't know what you're really shooting at. Like, what is that time frame? Why do we set and strive to attain goals? Human psychology informs us that we have categories of needs we strive to achieve: the need for certainty, variety, significance, connection, love, growth, contribution. These are all important to us as human beings. And if we're not progressing, then we're dying mentally and spiritually. And these don't even have to be business goals. Okay. This can be like the garage is a mess and I need to clean it out. My pantry's a mess and I just need to organize. For myself, I basically run my life around my business, but it doesn't have to always be about business, right? It's other little things that are important to us. And why do we have trouble achieving goals? I know for me, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. Also, they might not be meaningful enough. Like, who really wants to, at what point in your life have you had it that you have to clean that pantry out, right? It's not meaningful until it is. So, and then we don't give ourselves incentives. Ladies, and I put my chat down, so if Kamal or somebody is here, guys, let's make sure that we are incentivizing ourselves for goals met. We make goals and we're like, okay, on to the next. We don't take enough time to celebrate what we've achieved. And I think this is so important, because otherwise, without incentive, it's like, what's the point? And then let's make sure to take action. So I know for me, I'm a procrastinator. So I have to have daily goals. I have daily goals. I have weekly goals. I have quarterly goals. But you have to know what your goal is. It has to be important to you. Write down all the reasons why you want or need to achieve your goal. And then a team exercise I do with my team is, how does this make you feel? How does it make us feel when we've raised, $1 million? How does it make us feel when we underwrote a deal and we're ready for due diligence? And I just have a sit for 30 seconds and just feel that emotion, so that we are clear, we know what it looks like. So when we are, on our 50th deal that we're underwriting, and we haven't, come across a good one, and we're talking to our 15th investor and nobody's committed. I want them to sit and think before they get discouraged. How will it feel when we do cross that line? So important, because I know, especially for me, I get discouraged very easily. So that is an exercise that I absolutely implement in my team and with myself. Identify 3 actions you will take to begin to meet your goal or goals. You can make them super simple. So when you're going to clean out your pantry, you might say, you know what, I'm just going to do the first 3 shelves. And, after that, I will take a break or reward myself or whatever that is. I know for me, though, if I set 3 small action items, once I'm in it, I'm in it. I'm probably not going to stop until it's done or I'm just exhausted. Tomorrow is good, but today is even better. Always start today, even if it's the smallest item that you could possibly do. Just knowing you did something gives us a sense of achievement. And again, set that hard date. I am a big promoter of accountability partners. I can write all I want on the calendar, but if it's just me that's looking at it, I might not pay attention to that. I have no less than 4 whiteboards around my house, and I write on these whiteboards. Who else is looking at these whiteboards? One, anybody that walks in my home, my husband, my kids, my friends, and they know. I will tell several friends, probably ones that I don't, I know are going to be the hardest on me. I'm going to tell them what my goal is. I'm going to tell them what that date is. And they've probably written it on their calendar. And they're probably, knowing these friends and who I tell, are more diligent than I am about keeping me pressed to that grindstone. So always have an accountability partner with you. And again, take action. The smallest things done over and over lead up to the big things, right? And what you don't know, Google it, YouTube it. I know that, when we're doing something new in our business, when we're moving that next needle, for me, it was podcasting. And I knew I needed to be on podcasts, but I did not know how. What did I do? I Googled it, how to be on podcasts. And then I found a course that teaches you how to be on podcasts. So I signed up for the course, I paid for it, and I did everything the course told me to do. I took action immediately. Immediately, I did a media one sheet. I put my media one sheet together. I wrote up a introductory paragraph. I went on Facebook and joined all these podcast groups. And then I started scouring them and thinking, well, I can speak on that. I know about that. And I'm an expert in that. And so I started to write like little speeches, because until I do it 2-3 times, I'm probably going to have to read it. But I wrote it out and I tried to memorize it as best as I could, but I took the action. So, just write down, what do you need to do to make it happen? Who do you know? If you do not have the book, Who, Not How, get on Amazon right now. It won't even hurt my feelings. I can't even see your faces. So, you don't have to make eye contact. Order it right now. Go to your bookstore, get it. And it's all about implementing people into your business, into your life that can do and will do the things you don't like to do. Like for me, I can underwrite. I am not an underwriter. I hate it. However, if I am going to implement somebody in my business, which I have, to underwrite, I have to know what those numbers mean. I can't just assume that their numbers are right and that we're going to go collect millions of dollars of other people's money to buy an apartment complex when the numbers aren't good. So even though I don't like to underwrite, I hate it. I still have to know what that process is. What does it look like? I have to be able to ask, where did this number come from? Or why do you think this is the projected, tax rate? I have to ask those questions. I have to know. I have to be able to very quickly find mistakes and correct them. So don't put off doing that. Like, find the people what do you hate to do in your business that you can, ask somebody else to do? Barter, pay them, whatever that looks like. So what if the goal is too large to achieve in the short term? This is another thing to be careful about when we're making our goals. We don't want to make them so lofty that when we don't meet them, we're just disappointed. And then we feel like we're not good enough. And then why am I even bothering? Well, we just made that goal too large. And then the opposite, be careful making your goals too small. If you make them too small and you've met them, in week 2 of the quarter, and you're like, oh, I can skate by now the rest of the quarter. That goal was far too small. So what's that medium look like? And I don't want to veer off of goals too far, but KPIs, if you don't know what a KPI is, it's a key predictive index, and it's a measurement of what you're doing in your business. Girls, it is so important to keep KPIs, because otherwise, how do you know what goal you even want to achieve? If you have to make 10 calls before you can convert one sale, you need to know that. Otherwise, if you need to make 20 calls to convert one sale, a call 18, if you don't know that you need to make 20, you've quit. I've wasted 18, calls of my life. For me, underwriting can take, an hour or more. And I need to know how many hours do I spend before I find a deal? And that number is close to 75. So when I'm on hour 60 and I'm like, oh, I hate my job. Why am I doing this? I know I still have another 15 hours before that deal comes through. Dar makes cards. It's very important to her to keep her KPIs, because she has an influx of customers. She needs to be able to know that she has enough cards to make. Or, if she has, 5 cards or 50 cards and only 3 people signed up, well, she needs to know that she needs to make more calls. She needs to get more customers in. But if Dar has 50 customers and she only has 10 cards to give out, she needs to pause and slow down on getting customers and make those cards. She needs to be in her little craft shop working her little fingers off. So KPIs are very, very important. And this is why. So I have a goal stacking spreadsheet. This resource is in the chat, so you're welcome to absolutely download it and make 100 copies of these sheets. I live on this sheet. So first of all, it's what is your dream, or your vision, your goal? What is it? And then I will also put why it's important, because if that's not in front of my face, I forget, right? I'm discouraged a lot. I'm very spoiled. I want my way. I want it quickly. And when that doesn't happen, I get down and I'm like, oh, I just need to go get a job. No, you don't, because here's my why, and it's important. And then what's that hard date? I know that I want to close 3 apartment deals by quarter 4. So when is that? November 1st. So, and I run my business in quarters. So you can, when you print this out, you can white out anything that doesn't apply to you. Maybe it's a daily instead of quarter 1, maybe it's day 1, maybe it's week 1, maybe it's month 1. We run our business in quarters. I want 3 deals done by quarter 4. So what does that look like? Well, it looks like I better be talking to probably about 10 brokers. I need probably 75 deals in my inbox every month. And those deals need to be underwritten within 48 hours. And within 48 hours, I need to be able to sit and critique them. Of those 75 deals, how many require a due diligence visit? So I need to know that. And 75 deals will probably only visit 3 complexes. Of those 3 complexes, we'll probably only put in 1 LOI, which is a letter of intent that says we really are interested. We're probably going to sign a contract. However, during that due diligence period, it might not happen that way. So there might be something that we found that requires us to pull out. We need to know that. How many LOIs did we pull in? And then the most important, how many did we actually convert? We probably only convert 1 a quarter. Last year, we didn't do a single multifamily deal. The numbers just didn't work, and I'm too protective of my investors' money to just do a deal for the sake of doing it. It has to be a good deal. And then what will you do to celebrate? Write that down. I don't recommend, if you have daily goals, to be like, I'm going to go out to dinner every day I meet my goal. Probably not a good, healthy choice, right? But if it is a daily goal, maybe you're like, once I meet my goal, I'm going to take an hour and I'm going to do nothing but what I want to do. I'm going to knit, I'm going to read, I'm going to take a walk. Whatever it is that just makes you feel good about accomplishing that goal, please celebrate it. I make my team celebrate, and I have a Harry and David account, and when they've met a goal, and it's probably one that I put a lot on my people, and they love me, so I can do that. But I will send them something from Harry and David's, and it's probably like the little Oreo cookies, and they say congrats on them. But I want them to feel celebrated, and I want to celebrate myself. And again, you can adjust this all you need. Usually by quarter 2, quarter 3, I'm on my 4th page because I'm like, on my 4th printout because I'm like, this isn't working. We need to adjust this. So that's what's great about these printables. You can print as many as you want. The importance of mindset when you're working on your goals. It's very important to, feel motivated, to be persistent, to be resilient. Who do you need to go back to motivation and persistence? Who do you need to motivate you if you can't motivate yourself? Bring that person on. I have a hustle playlist on my phone, and I will play my hustle playlist before I get on the call or before I underwrite, because it just jacks me up, right? I need that. Resilience. What is your plan if something doesn't go your way? I have those plans. We did not plan to not do a single multifamily deal this year, but I planned for what if. We're always planning for what if. How are you going to be resilient? Self-belief and confidence. Believe in yourself. Again, if you're setting very achievable goals, you should absolutely be building up your confidence that you're doing the thing. Adaptability. How will you adapt? Again, the 2020 word was pivot. How will you pivot? Focus and productivity. How will you focus? I time block. And network and collaboration, so important. Again, the who, not how. Bring in other people. And ask to be on people's podcasts. Invite people to be on your podcast. Invite collaborators to work with you. And then again, just for the beginners, what are things to consider? I have goals for spirituality. I have goals for your home life. Just being a better wife, better mother, better aunt, goals for your physical life. We all know we should be working out and eating healthy. What does that look like though? Goals for self-growth. What books are you reading? What are you doing? Are you eliminating people that just suck your life spirit from you? And of course, goals for professional development. What are you doing to build your nest egg? What are you doing to build your business? What are you doing to move your needle? And then the financial one. What are you doing to build your nest egg? Do you have, multiple streams of income? What do those look like? And so there you have it, my friends. So thank you very much. Don't forget to congratulate yourself when you celebrate, when you accomplish your goal, celebrate your achievements. And again, the link to this, if you should want it, is in the chat. Feel free to share it with somebody, that might be a goal beginner, or keep it for yourself, as a reminder. And I hope you enjoy the worksheet.
Okay, Jen, that was so much information, and I hope that everyone really stuck with a lot of this, because so much of this we know, but guess what? We don't remember. Oh my gosh, I should be doing that. I know I should be doing that. Why aren't I doing that? I don't see the link to the worksheet. Maybe I missed it.
I don't see it either.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, here, let me.
It is
Yeah,
there.
it's
It's
so-
at the very, very top, because as soon as you said it was in the chat, that's the
looked.
first thing I did was look. It's almost the very first comment.
Mhm.
That's okay. I will put it back in here.
Okay, perfect.
Super accessible. And if you don't get it, or you lose it, or whatever, I'm very findable, so I will get it for you.
Findable a word?
Because
Yes, it is. It's a gemism. Trademark.
it is now.
my
It is
goodness.
now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if it isn't, it is now.
Yes, and you
You
know
and I
what?
are a lot
I
alike
love
then.
you know, I still use my printer. I don't know about you guys. I know that you can do all of this online. You can, you know, I have my clipboards over here. I have notepads over here.
Yes.
And especially when I'm really working on something that I am very serious about, determined to figure out, I have it where I can reach it at all times, and I can make notes, handwritten notes. Because guess what? When I handwrite it, I remember it. When I put it on the keyboard, there you go. I don't always remember it.
50 of these all over my house because I'm constantly whiting things out, you know, like, oh, this goal didn't work, or this wasn't even achievable. And what was I thinking when I decided to make this goal? Like, I was on crack. I will white that sucker out. You know, there's like 10 lines of white out, but yeah.
Yes. But you know what? And goals are, this is the time. We're almost too late, ladies. If you have not made your goals for 2024, most successful business owners will tell you you're late, because most of them already did that, you know, in the summer. I will tell you, I'm one of those that are late. I have started my goals. I have not finished my goals yet. I have my larger goals made, but I don't have my smaller goals made. And there is a difference. And I want you to know there is a difference. And Jen kind of went over that. It doesn't, when you go to reward yourself, it doesn't always have to be for large goals. Maybe it's because we need those small goals before we get to those big goals. So you make those daily goals so that you can make this big goal. You make that weekly goal for those big goals. For instance, I'm going to go back to my November 4th event. Okay, we had this all-day workshop. I made myself a goal. I'm like Jen, maybe I was on crack. I don't know. I was going to have, you know, I was going to sell 100 tickets for my workshop. And everyone's looking at me like I'm nuts. I did not make my 100, but I still felt great, because if I wouldn't have made it 100, I probably wouldn't sold almost 70 tickets. You know, now with every event, 70 didn't show up all at one time. They were in and out. We had about 50 new faces, but never at the same time. So some of those never showed up and paid for their ticket. But I had myself a goal for 100. I did not make it, but you know what? I really felt good, because, and that's what I tell people when I strategize with them. We'll make the goal. If we don't make it, we will still celebrate and feel good. But you know, maybe those goals, those small goals, are an extra cup of coffee. The dog gets an extra walk. Maybe you go to, you read an article of nothing to do with work that you've been wanting to read. Self-care. You know, I love watching the Food Network. I love it. I listen to it all day long in the background, and I get some really great ideas. And then I have to tweak those, because my husband, the only vegetable really I can get him to eat is green beans. You know, so I have to tweak it, because he's not going to eat kale or sweet peas or anything like that. But see, that's a good thing for me, because number one, I love to cook, and I love to try new things and prepare it differently. And even though it may be the same food, it can be done differently. Well, your business is the same way. It can be done differently. I may be doing the very same, okay, Dar makes cards. I can stop my business today and make cards, okay? Kelly sells patches. I can stop my business today and sell patches, okay? This is the thing. I'm going to sell those patches differently than Kelly's going to sell those patches. She's going to have different goals. Dar's going to be the same way. Her cards are going to be different than my cards, because we think differently and our goals are going to be differently. Okay. That's with every business. Put yourself, don't say, well, I don't make cards and I don't sell patches. Maybe you don't, but Anita helps people with healing strategies. And Tamara helps people that need to restart their lives. Maybe they just got out of the military and they have no idea of all the VA benefits, or someone's going through a divorce and they need to overcome some of that fear of how to restart their lives. They can still put the same things in, but just different. And always have that mindset that you can do whatever you desire to do, but you got to fall in love with it. It's got to be your love, your desire. Would you agree, Jen? Am I out of line?
No, you should love something. Like, I don't necessarily love my job, right? I love my business, right? But I love what the business affords me to do. What the business allows me to do the things I love, right? And I do like my business. Like, I'm a people person, and I get to party for a living. I do love that part, but I hate, the underwriting. There are aspects of my job that I hate. I hate feeling like I'm begging for money. But, at the end of the day, when I get a deal done, that satisfaction and the satisfaction that I know I did a good job for, a lot of people. And then I get to take that money and do what I love. Like, we foster children. And I'm very involved in a lot of children's ministries. And so if I can fund those things, it's well worth all the things I don't like about my business.
Absolutely. And you know what? No matter what business you own or who you work for, and this has been something we've been teaching our 18-year-old grandson, well, he wanted to quit his job because they wouldn't let him off on a Friday night. Well, you're not always going to get off when you want to get off. Even if you own your business, I can't always take off. I can somewhat put my calendar the way I need to and want to, but guess what? If a customer needs me, I need to be there for them also. Mm-hmm. And there is a difference, because I'm not a business owner that's just going to leave my clients, as they say, high and dry. I'm not going to do that. And, I'm just always going to take the very best care that I can for them. And I'll give you a little bit of stuff on my e-commerce business, not the business that I am strategically working on right now, but my e-commerce business, I hate shipping. It's the worst nightmare. I hate it. So LaDonna was going to play smart and hire someone to do all the shipping. Well, that became a disastrous mess. So that didn't work out for me. And I hired more than one person, but there's steps to it. You must, find the best way to ship to Canada, the best way to ship to Mexico, because I ship worldwide. You can't just stick a label on and ship it. There's things you need to do. You need to love the package. It must look pretty. It must have the thank you gifts in it. There's things that I do with every package. So it didn't work out for me, but you know what? It's okay, because I just decided for it to be done right, I'm going to do it and I'm going to make the best of it. And I would get in there in my office where I would do all the shipping, and I would put on, the music on the TV so I can hear it, dance a little bit, and just make the best out of those few hours that I had to ship out items every day. So you find those things in any business, in any company, in any place you work that you don't like. There's always going to be one person in your office you don't understand. I won't say don't like, they just don't think the way you do. You nod your head, you've been there, you've done that. I guarantee you, Kelly has a customer that she loves as a customer because it makes her money, but drives her crazy. I'm sure Anita's been there, done that with healing. I'm sure of it. So Jen, I'm sure some of your investors are easier to work with than others.
Yes. But if they're too much of a pain, we don't work with them again. Because that's
Yes.
that's a marriage. That's a 3 to 5 year marriage, right? And so nobody wants to be married to somebody for 5 years that they hate. So they won't be
Absolutely.
invited back.
Exactly. Exactly. You'll take care of them while you have them. And I will tell you, I don't let everyone in our group. There is a person that came to our group and they came to me to join, and I just told them I don't think it's a good fit for us, because every relationship's not a great fit. Every customer is not your true right customer. Keep your bubble clean. Keep your bubble drama free. Keep your bubble happy and smiling, because if not, you'll decide you don't like anything about your business. You just will. So I want to ask everyone, please, a question or comment of something that you've loved about this, you liked about it, you don't understand about it, you want to try it, but where do you start about it? Let's give Jen some questions and let's get some answers. Yes,
I have
Jen.
a quick question.
Yes.
So Tamara said she works on SMART goals, and I know I've heard that before. So Tamara, will you tell us what SMART goals are?
Basically, SMART goals are the same thing you were talking about, but I actually have the paper that says SMART group. I picked it up off of Pinterest. The goals are, now I got to remember. Now that you okay, measurable, achievable. Anyway, let me think about it. I have it written down somewhere, and
it's probably something similar to what Jen just showed us,
exactly,
but just worded differently.
It's just like Jen said, but I have the sheet that says SMART goals. So then it says, okay, like for the S, you have so many times you write down what that goal is. For the M, you write that down. Then the A, and you write that down. So that's all I was saying. Jen, you are wonderful. I agree with you every step of the way.
Thank you.
Tamara, what did you pick up that maybe you want to start doing, or maybe you never heard of before?
Well, that I haven't heard of before.
Yes. Is there anything you haven't heard of before?
Dude, I was in the Army for 17 years. I kind of heard all that measurable stuff all the way. And then of course I'm one of them people that read every freaking I'm sorry, watch my mouth. I'm one of those people that read all of these self-help books, and
Good.
then all these business books. I've been reading all of them for months and months and years, and trust me, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck like I know it all, but really I have heard about all these goals, and especially being a realtor as well. Realtors, they are straight up knowing all of that stuff, because especially when you know about the that other thing, I used to do the Miracle Morning. I don't know if y'all know what that's at, but Hal Elrod, I used to do that all the time. So all of those are all about goals. It's exactly what Jen was saying.
So what are you going to start putting in place for yourself now? Is there something that you haven't been doing that you want to do?
First, I'm going to quit moving all over the United States. I'm going to quit moving from Oklahoma to Kansas to Oklahoma to Kansas. That's the first thing. Secondly, I really want to put everything back into place. I've got to get my office into place. I've got to get everything.
And you know what? That is a good start, because until you get settled, your business really can't be settled. So
that's what I was telling my mom. I can't stand chaos. And right now my house is chaotic because I'm trying to move her stuff out, move my stuff in, and I'm trying to get everything situated.
A lot of pivoting. A lot of pivoting.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Kelly. What would you have questions about, or what you're going to start implementing? Or
I know I like the idea of writing on the whiteboard. I have 2 in my office plus a third one my granddaughter gave me because she figured that I could use it, and it's a to-do list. But here's a question. Do you have any type of follow-up system that you use? Because obviously you're contacting all of these people, you know, like you say, you have to reach out to so many. So what follow-up system do you have in place?
I actually have a CRM that I had
Okay.
specifically built for my business. And so when I reach out to somebody, and let's just say I left a message because nobody answers their phone anymore,
Right.
I'll set on like a reminder, like a little calendar that's in my CRM that in 2 weeks, I'm going to call this person again if I haven't heard from them first. So I do spend a lot of time there, especially because I'm SEC regulated, so Security Act, I'm regulated. So every conversation I have with somebody, it has to be documented. So if they called me back, right, I have to be able to be in there. So, and then that's when I will take it off the calendar. But I live in that CRM and that follow-up system. Because I will get lost. And as my business grows, and I hope it continues to do, I can't lose track of that. But I also will delegate. See, I'm a delegator. I don't want to do everything myself because I'm lazy. Okay. I have a husband, I have a son, I have an executive assistant. They are in my business. And especially if I get the feeling that, I mean, men are always going to be men, right? I hate to stereotype that, but that's the fact. They don't want to hear from me sometimes, right? They want to hear from my husband's a CPA. They want to hear from the CPA. And that's fine because I don't talk their language, right? If they start coming at me with numbers, I'm out. Like, I'm not the numbers person. I will delegate those people to my son or my husband. Like, this is yours. This is your contact. I'll set it on the calendar. You got to call this guy, right? So I don't try to do all of that myself. That Who Not How, I'm telling you, that book changed my life.
Okay.
Jen, can you please put that book title in the chat for me? Because I have not read that book and I would love to get that. And Kelly, if you don't, because I know so many people don't have a CRM system. Before I was able to do my CRM system, and I'll be honest with you, oh, great. Can you just put the title and Dan Sullivan in the chat? That way I can order it. Hello, Anna, welcome. I keep a Google Sheet. Even though I have my own CRM system, I keep a Google Sheet because, and Kelly, your name's on there. And you're color coded in pink because you're a member of the group. And guess what? When I go down and invite you to an event like today, I will highlight your name in yellow. And then if you don't respond to me, guess what? I go back and then you're orange. If you tell me you're not coming, you're in red. Then we start all over again with each event. It tells me who I've invited, who I haven't invited. Okay, that's how I do the group part. Now, the same thing if when I'm calling, I don't call that many people because like Jen said, so many people don't answer their phone unless they know you. And so when I'm out reaching out to new people, I put them on a spreadsheet. Now, I used to do that. Now I have a VA that puts them on a spreadsheet and keeps up with it. But because my business grew, I can't do everything. But I'm telling you, Google Sheets and Google Docs are your best friend. And why I like those so much is because if I'm out of the house, they talk to my phone as well. If I make changes, it changes and I can see them in my phone or my laptop. So I hope that helps, Kelly. I'm going to go to Anita. What do you have to say, Anita? Questions, what you want to implement?
Well, thanks, Jen, for your presentation. I just want to underscore how important celebration is, because typically when we get busy and working and there's the next thing to do, we don't stop and celebrate. And we need to just fill our own bucket and stay motivated. The other thing that I will think about in terms of my business, mind you, for many years, I did data analysis in higher education. I know what a KPI is. I used to measure people's KPIs. I've never done a KPI for my own business, right? We call them key performance indicators.
Yeah.
Just I've not as I shifted out of that thinking into, you know, what my passion is, I didn't think about pulling that over. So that I will be giving that some thought.
Good for you, Anita. You know, until she said KPI, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'd never heard of it. So maybe someone else had mentioned it. Maybe it went right on over my head. I don't know. So it's one of those things on my list that I'm going to go pull. And guess what? I'm going to Google to see, okay, what is it? How do I do it? What is the best way to start? Because I have no clue.
So, and a good way to start your KPIs, right? Because you don't know what you don't know, is, you know, LaDonna, I don't know how many, like if you want to ship 50 packages a week, okay, that's just what you want, right? That's what makes your money. How many do you really do, right? So I don't know what that looks like, but like when I was doing, when we were in the single family part, like I knew probably 20 calls before somebody answered, right? But all I did was say, how many calls did I make today? So for like the first quarter, all I did was the work and I wrote down the work. And then we went back and measured the goals. How many phone calls did I make in an 8-hour period? Well, okay, stop. I've never worked 8 hours since I started this business. How many phone calls did I make in a 4-hour time span? How many people answered? How many people that answered actually talked to me? How many people that talked to me actually said, yes, I want to help, or I need help? How many people that said, yes, I need help, actually were we actually able to help? Because lots of people will say, oh, I want to buy from you, but do they do it? Right? I have investors all the time that's like, oh, I can't wait to your next deal, I'm in. And then we get the next deal and we call them and they're like, oh, I spent the money, or right? Fill in the excuse. So, you know, it's not just that somebody raised their hand, that they actually execute. So I did that an entire quarter, me and my team, everything we did. And then we went back and said, okay, this is how many phone calls to a yes. This is how many yeses to an actual conversion. This is how much money we made, you know, per conversion. And so, yeah, it's just the importance of taking the time to do those things.
And you know what? As you were talking, I'm like, I need my VA to be doing that, because she's the one that really, I mean, I do also, but we need to probably combine our list and really do that, because I think I'm going to be surprised what my outcomes are. I really do. How many were really like, when I message someone, are they even messaging me back? How many do I have of that? How many do I have that message me back but doesn't go any farther? I mean, I can see this being a key element to really digging deep into your business and finding out what's working and what's not. What should I change? Let me tell you, people, this is the time to start changing. Hi, Anna. Start changing again for your business, because we are approaching the end of the year. And, you know, there's already things that I want to change and implement starting January in my business and in myself and in my family, you know, because it's not just about your business. If your home life's not good, your business can't be as good as you want it to be, and vice versa. So, Anna, we're talking about goal setting and setting your goals and figuring out your goals and how to reshape your goals. Let's see, Grace, what would you have to say on this topic?
That's a great idea. And I'm working with like some recipe cards that you know, I just got at Dollarama, and you know, I'm putting recipes on them for people for the oils, but also what I'm doing about setting goals is I am writing my goals for what I'm going to do like today on a little recipe card. And it's, you know, it's a good size, but it's still kind of small. And it's something that once my day is over, I can cross off what I've done, if I've reached all my goals, and then I can just toss it in the garbage or the recycle, actually, because it's paper. Mhm.
Great ideas, great ideas. And I used to do cards, and I even had one of those old timekeepers that I would put them in, because index cards fit perfectly in that, and it would be labeled. Now it's everything. Jen talked about calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it's not there. It's not in my life. That is, I put my, if my electric's due on the 15th at 7 a.m., it will say electric and the amount. Because if not, it probably will get turned off, because I will not remember when it's due. Because I'm not one of those people, when it comes online, I just get on and pay it. Nope. I wait till the due date. Sorry, I should do it, but I just don't, because I'm running a business. I'm very busy. So everything goes on there. Doctor's appointments. When I have Bri, the 4-year-old, I know when he's here, there's no work. I'm sorry. There's no work. It's blocked off for a 4-year-old. And I cannot work and concentrate with a 4-year-old. I can't. And I don't want to. That's my time with baby, because when he's, I have 2 15-year-olds and an 18-year-old grandchildren that I have to beg to talk to me. I have to think, okay, will they answer when I call? I'm going to have their phones turned off one day. I'm telling you, Mama's going to have a temper tantrum. But it's teens, they're growing up. They don't have time for you right now, but the 4-year-old wants time. And we have to make time for those special moments in your life. Come on. We all need that. That's a reward for me too. I'm going to work hard this week, but I'm taking a half a day Saturday and half a day Sunday because Bri's coming. That's a reward. Dar, what do you have to put in on this?
Well, first of all, Tamara talked about the smart, whatever she called it. I posted a link to, I think it's what she's talking about. And also, we use a program called Keep to keep track of all that KPI stuff. So at least Abby does. Mine is just getting started, so I'm still figuring out what I need. Ever since I started getting online like this with Abby, it really takes me back to my past, where I had a job in an office that generated sales leads for other companies' sales people. And I was making 150 calls in an 8-hour workday, probably closer to 200. But really, out of all those calls, mostly were no answer, line busy back in the day when there was such a thing. Yeah, I'll remember that. And since I've just been starting, my problem is I have a book here and I have a book there and I have a book everywhere. Like, it's like just little notebooks like what I just showed, and I can't keep track of it all. Like, my mind is just so discombobulated with a lot of stuff that I need to figure out how I'm going to work that out.
And Dar, what I would have to say for that is all my notes, I try to set time every week, and I did this idea off of someone from one of our groups, and she says she always does office time once a week. And now I try to set office time up a couple times a week, and I take my notes from my notepads and I figure out, okay, does this page stay or does this page go? Did I do this? Am I going to implement it, or is this something that's going to have to wait? Or is this something I need to do? And I put it on my calendar. I schedule everything. If it's not on the calendar, it's not in my life. I'm just saying. It's just, I can't function off too many things. I have to focus. When I was younger, I could be scattered everywhere. As I don't know, I could always multitask, and I still do multitask, but it has to be on the calendar. It just has to be on the calendar. You know, I can do a session and be at the casino. I can do a session here and be cooking dinner at the same time and, you know, taking the dogs out, but it has to be on the calendar. I set time when the dogs are going to go out because it takes time. I go out with them. That's my time to get away from the computer. I don't just open the door and let them out. So make time to make that schedule. Your schedule should have something on every line. If you're off, put off. Block it out till whenever you're done. If I'm done with the day at 6 p.m., I put from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm off. I start my day at a certain time and, you know, and I just go on. But that calendar should be busy. That's the only way I really believe anyone can function to 100%. Is there any other questions? Anna, I know you've been in and out. Do you have any questions right now on what we're talking about or comments?
I also use different approaches to keep track of what I'm doing. And for instance, my last invention is I have this 365 journal, and then I have I set the goal for 6 months, so I know exactly how many days are left, and every day so it works really visually. It works that you see that the days are flying, and every day I make some notes of what I've done and if I am on track. So there are two things. The first one, it really helps in terms of visualization, but on the other hand, it gives me some extra anxiousness. You know, like it's something about procrastination, and then I get worried that the days are flying. Am I enough? Am I enough concentrated? Am I doing really 1 second, am I doing my best? So I'm trying to play with it, and I will see how it will work in someday. And then so that is something that
awesome. Yes. And you know, I have several clients and they have journals, and that's how they live their life, is on that journal. And they take their notes and everything's in the one book. So that's awesome. Okay, so it is almost 11. So if there's no other questions, we are going to go into the marketplace. Does anyone else have any questions for Jen? So in the marketplace, we are going to do a 2-minute maximum. We lost someone. Oh, it's Grace. She did say she's got an appointment. Okay. So we are going to go into the marketplace. We are going to spend 2 minutes on introducing yourself and what product or service that you want to offer. Make your pitch. And also we need a hashtag, how much money, if it's free, if it's US money or Canada money. All of those sweet little deals, bring it. Bring your best deal and your favorite pitch. And we are going to start out today with Kelly. Come on down, Kelly.
Oh, thanks. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Jen. That was awesome. And I do have a lot of notes, and I plan on using your stackable goal setting thing. Share it with my accountability partner. So having said that, my name's Kelly Doran. I'm calling in from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And the company I am with is the Super Patch. So I just want to quickly share a couple of stats with you. I was on a call last night with the CEO of our company, and these are US stats. We don't have Canada and Europe yet. Did you know that right now, currently, 7 out of 10 adults are under more stress than they've ever been in their entire life. And if that's not bad enough, 8 out of 10 adolescents, so our younger generation, have never experienced this amount of stress in their whole entire life. So the drug-free, medicine-free patch that I want to talk to you about today, you can't see it.
In front of you. Put it in front of your shirt. There you go.
Here it is.
There you go.
Is the peace patch. So you and I swear by this patch. Yesterday we had a medical appointment and I had 6 patches on, and I swear this was the one that took me from that heart beating, anxious, upset state to just this calm that came completely over me. So my offer to this pack of patches, if you're a first-time customer, you receive a 25% discount, so it works out to $45. It doesn't matter which country you're in, it's in your currency. So it's $45 plus shipping and handling. And for anyone who does place an order by the end of this week, I will throw in a 4-pack of either a joy patch or a focus patch, and they are a $15 value. So my hashtag is peace.
Hashtag peace. And Kelly, if you will put that in the chat with how you want them to contact you, that will be great.
Okay.
And for anyone that wants to take her up on her offer, please put in hashtag peace and put in your information so that Kelly can reach out to you. I do want to talk about Kelly's product. It's not the patch, if that's okay, Kelly.
Absolutely.
I ordered myself a pair of socks and my husband a pair of socks. They do sell socks that work similar. My husband hasn't tried his yet. They came in on Wednesday and I had a tooth pulled on Thursday. One of the worst pains. I'm telling you, when that Novocaine wore off, the pain shot up quickly. And I was on meds. On pain meds. I said, okay, I'm going to go get Kelly's socks. I'm going to try it. She says it'll take the pain away. I'm telling you, within about 15 to 20 minutes, I could tell a difference. I could tell a difference. And I'm not saying it took all the pain away. I'm not saying that, but I could see a difference. I don't know what is in these socks, but truly, I just love them. I'm going to have to order more because I only ordered myself 1 pair. And I can't wait till they sell some in hot glitter pink or something like that, Kelly. Put that in the suggestion box. But I just love the socks, Kelly. I even messaged her to let her know that I could tell within 15 to 20 minutes, I could feel a difference in the pain. And how that works, I don't know. On my feet, but helps my tooth. I don't care. It helps. So thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. And what are in the socks? It's the same. It's all a pattern, and the way the pattern is developed or designed, as soon as it touches your skin, it optimizes your neurology. So the socks, what they do is put you into homeostasis instantly. So now your body's in homeostasis. So what the socks do then is, or what your body is doing now, your brain is working on your wellness. So it's going to go and help you in the areas you need, besides giving you that balance and stability. So yes. Drug-free as well.
Yes, I was very excited, and now I'm hooked. I'm going to have to order more socks. Now, I don't wear a lot of socks in the summer, but in the winter I do. But you know what? When I'm at home, why not wear the socks? So, okay. Thank you, Kelly, so very much. And you are putting your information in the chat. And then we are going to go to Jen. Come on down.
Hello, everybody, again. So I'm a real estate investor and syndicator, and we buy apartments. So we give busy professionals the opportunity to own real estate without being the landlords. We rescue them from the volatile stock market and put them on a smooth racetrack to consistent passive income, significant tax breaks, and large back-end payouts. So we teach people how to build legacy wealth. And my book is an offer. If anybody wants to have a consultation about how you can buy real estate, so know that I own over 500 doors nationwide with none of my own money. Not a single dollar in the Bank of Falloon is invested, except my time and travel. But all of it is raised, and I'm happy to have a conversation with anybody that's like, hey, I can raise money. Well, there are other options when you don't have money, but you want to own legacy wealth. I can teach you how to do that.
And I will tell you, I've had a conversation with Jen, and I have another one set for Friday with Jen, because there's not enough wealth going around right now. Everything is so depressed in funds, with everything being more expensive. I mean, a new car, some of them cost as much as my first house that I bought 1,000,000 years ago. Come on. It's ridiculous how much they want me to pay for a car. And now the interest rate is bumped up as well. And I don't care what your credit score looks like, you're not going to get a great, what we're used to. I mean, look at the mortgages. You think about in North Dallas area that I live in, to even get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, you're talking minimum $300,000 minimum. And that's no fancy anything, no big yard, no upgrades, just 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home. And now the mortgage companies are saying you have to make more money to get those homes. You have to pay more interest rate to get those homes. It's knocking out those first-time home buyers for sure right now. But I do remember, and I was telling my daughters this, I do remember when my husband and I had to pay, and we had great credit, 14% interest, 12% interest on a home. But we didn't pay $300,000 for a home back then either. That's the difference. So the numbers are, it's just different. So it's a different life right now that we're living for sure. So anytime that you can bring more money into your family and leave money for your family, all I want is greatness for my family, for my daughters. And if there's anything I can do to help them live a better life, an easier life, I want to put that in place.
Right. So we can teach all about house hacking too. Like, how do you buy a $300,000 house at a discount? Like, we can teach you how to do that. So, how, like, first-time home buyers should be living in a triplex, renting out the other two to pay all the bills. Yeah. And then when they are ready to upgrade, then all 3 of them are rentals, and, their house is paid for, their car is paid for.
Yeah,
we teach all of that.
Yeah, and it's good to be taught those things in today's world. It's not a fancy free world anymore. You have to compact, is the way I explain it. Compact your life and figure out what's the most important, and put it in your bubble and stay in that bubble. I use bubbles a lot, as you guys notice, but that's how I live, is that this is what we need to be doing. And when we go outside that bubble and spend too much money, we're going to dread that next month when we have to scale back on something that we want to do and can't do it. So yeah, does anyone else have any questions for Jen or comments? All right, we are going to go to Dar. Dar, come on down. Oh, Jen, put your information in the chat, please. And what's your hashtag going to be?
Oh, I don't know. Hashtag wealth. There
you go. Hashtag wealth, and just put your information where you want them to contact you. Anyone wants to contact Jen, Jen, go ahead and put that appointment link in there again. I know you have it at the top, but put it in there again. That way you can go ahead. It's not rude in this group. go ahead and click that link and go ahead and make the appointment right now. That's why we have the marketplace. Make the appointment now. Even if you're not interested in one thing, maybe you're interested in the other. It doesn't matter. If you have not talked to Jen, you need to be making this appointment. Okay, Jen, thank you. Dar, come on down.
Hello again, everybody. Just want to say thank you so very much to Jen. A lot of very valuable information in her presentation, and many I plan to implement. And is it okay if I tell them what we disagreed, Jen? I'm honored to say that I have asked Jen if she could be my accountability partner, and she has agreed, and we are going to be doing once a week accountability. So that was a big step for me. I gotta find a way to get out of my comfort zone, and it's just the whole house, not just my life, not just everything else. Everything else is all discombobulated. So anyway, having said that, on to my presentation. I own Dar's Creative Cards, and I have a website, darscreativecards.ca. The information is on the chat further up. And what I do is special for making people feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's a lot of fun for me to be able to make greeting cards, so I get to play while I work, so I don't have to call it work. I don't work, I play. And I love getting my hands dirty. I make all kinds of greeting cards. For a couple of samples here. I think most of you have seen my work. Here's one card that I've made. Oops, upside down. No,
it's good. I can see it. That's nice.
And then here's another birthday card. It's birthday wishes, and the techniques are, oh my goodness, there's not enough techniques now to be able to do each one in a lifetime. And for me, it's all about the techniques. I love getting my hands covered in paint and glue and scissors and all kinds of tools. I'm surrounded by all kinds of wonderful tools here to help me make those cards. And I do make custom cards, and I do take orders for any kind of card you would like to have ahead of time. But I've just started this business about 2 months ago, not even. And I can't keep up. Every time I finish two orders more come.
Awesome. So what's your offer today, Dar?
Oh, at the moment, I am not caught up, so I have no cards to offer today. However, if you would like to have a half-hour chat with me about what I do, if you'd like to place an order about what I do, I have a Calendly link, which is all in my information at the top of the chat.
Perfect. So hashtag cards, is that okay?
Yes, please. Yep.
All right.
Yes,
So
yes, please.
Hashtag cards, and then Dar, if you'll go ahead and put that appointment link in once again under your hashtag, that would be great. And then if anyone's interested, they could go ahead and do the hashtag, or just go ahead and click her link and get set up on her appointment. Let's see, we lost, let's see, I think we are going to go to Tamra.
Okay, it doesn't want to work. It just wants to go slow. My name is Tamara Patrick, and I own Just For You, Life Brigade, Life Coaching for Restarting You. I offer purpose, motivation, and direction to people that are restarting their life. I focus mostly on veterans and transitioning military that are getting out of the Army or out of the service, I should say, not just the Army. And right now, the only thing I have is a free consultation. As soon as I can get my business up and running a little better, I will give more. But right now, that's all I have is a consultation. Give me a call. My information is in the chat.
Awesome. Awesome. And hashtag restart.
Yes,
Okay.
hashtag restart. There you
All right.
go.
Tamara, if you can put in hashtag restart and put in your appointment link, and that way they can go ahead and set up those appointments. If you've
Okay.
never talked to Tamara, please get in on her appointment link and make that booking. And Anna, come on down.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to introduce myself. So my name is Anna Vornova, and actually I'm Ukrainian, but I moved to Portugal about 4 years ago. So I'm Portuguese actually. And so my expertise, I am a public speaking consultant. I help Ukrainian women to work with their image and with their voice. And my mission is to make your voice unique, to help to find your strengths, your strong points, both with your body language, your image, and your voice. And my hashtag is voice has power. And I can offer for free or for donation, I know, because mostly I work with Ukrainian women, and that's why I'm so excited to share it here. My consultation, my free consultation, it's a kind of, we will have a look at how do you usually deliver your speeches, or how do you usually present yourself. How do you tend to use your body language, your eye contact, and your image, of course? And I have, okay, and your image, and then we'll see what to work on, what our strategy is. And in 2 or 3 sessions, you will see and you will hear the difference.
That's awesome. Awesome. Anna, please put that hashtag into the chat and your appointment link so we can go ahead and get on the calendar with your appointment link. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, I don't care how much you have spoken, how many summits you have spoken at, you're never perfect. You could always have someone looking from the outside in. They can always tweak maybe one word that will make a difference in how you sound, or how you hold your head, or your eye contact. There's always something that can be critiqued. So really, every one of us should be clicking her link and getting set up on Anna's calendar. So Anna, please put that information in the chat for me. All right, I am LaDonna McAbee, your host today, and thank you everyone for being here. And what I want to offer you today, and I'm not going to be offering this very much longer, I'm going to offer it again today, 3 sessions with me, strategizing work sessions with you to get your business going, started, moving up to the next ladder, up to the next $1 million, whatever it may be. I'm your girl. So for 3 sessions with me, $99. That is a steal of a deal for anyone to sit down one-on-one and give you 3 hours of their time, 1 hour per week. And if you need me in between those days, you just message me and I'm there. So yes, and I will put my Calendly link in the chat. Most of you already have it, but I will put that in the chat again. And that way you guys can get on my calendar for that. Don't miss this opportunity. I do change things. Tamara, go ahead. I'm going to let you tell them how much that I've helped you already.
Okay, well,
Oh, you're muted.
Okay, now there we go. Okay, so let me see. LaDonna helped me come up with a real name. She helped me come up with a she came up with how I should schedule my business postings. I don't do it all the time like I'm supposed to, but I'm working on it. She's also helped me with my self-esteem. As far as when I say self-esteem, I don't mean self-esteem but it means like trying to help me get better at being the business person that I am. So yeah, she's just, I can't even go on about everything she's done. She's introduced me to some wonderful people, and I can't wait to keep working with her. So
Thank you, Tamara.
anyway, anybody, just give me a holla.
Yeah. Thank you, Tamara. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's gonna be hashtag power. And that's going to be 3 sessions for the $99. So yes. Okay.
I also forgot to tell you that she helped me come up with the name for my website, and we're going to have it done before long.
Yes. Yes. We just now got her .com set up. So that's the next step. She's blooming. Tamara is blooming. Tamara, I want you to go back to when you first came on here and started doing your pitch, and then look at the pitch today, and you'll see such a huge difference. And that's not just for Tamara, that's for every one of us. We get on our comfort zone. And, you know, sometimes we get too comfortable and we have to readjust to do better. But, you know, we bloom as we practice. That's what I was going to say. We bloom as we practice. Kelly, do you have a second offer today?
No, not really. I mean, besides if you order the piece patch, I can send out the pain patch as your 4-pack.
Okay, awesome. And is that also the $45?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, and that was the what patch? I'm sorry.
So order the piece patch.
Okay.
And then instead of sending I'll give you the choice of either a 4-pack of joy patches or a 4-pack of freedom patches.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Dar, do you have another offer for today?
No offer today, but a shout out for Tamara. I just wanted to comment that I have noticed a small change in her in the last week or so since I've started seeing her appear here. And her attendance is great, and she's looking a lot better these days, and she's sounding a lot better.
Thank you, Dar. Thank you. Tamara, do you have a second offer?
I don't. I just have so much to say about you guys. I tell everybody when I'm on Facebook, I tell everybody about y'all. Y'all should introduce. Somebody asked me the other day about cards, and I said, "Oh, I know this lady. Her name is Dar. Blah blah blah."
That's what we do. That's how we do it. Anna, before you go, do you have a second offer?
No, I just want to remind that only 7% of our message is delivered thanks to the words, but the rest is our body language, eye contact, face expression. So I would be very happy to help you as much as possible as a public speaker consultant.
Awesome. And Jen, do you have a second offer?
No.
Okay. All right. So we're done a little early today, but that's okay. Please go to your social media, do a screenshot of yourself, of everyone or whatever. I did get a screenshot of all of us before everyone started leaving, Dar. I already got a screenshot, but go ahead and do another one if you want and post something about today. We, as always, we have a lot of information that was thrown at us today. So please, Jen, before we go, I know that you gave us the link to the one sheet. Can we get like your slide, the sheet that you showed us that you follow through with the goals? Is there any way of
Yeah,
getting?
so
a
that's
copy of
the
that?
book,
Oh, it
that's
comes
the
with
goal.
all of that. Okay.
all of it. Yep,
Okay.
it's all
Okay.
together.
Okay. Because I haven't clicked on that link yet. I just know it's there. I can't wait to print it out and start utilizing it. It has to be in front of my eyes for me to do it, or I won't do it.
Yeah, if it prints wonky, or maybe because you know how sometimes it'll only print a small portion of the paper. If you want the original to just that, I'm gonna put you can just email it to me, just email
Okay.
and ask me for it, and I will get you just that
Okay.
just that paper.
Perfect. Perfect. That's a powerful tool. That is a powerful tool that she went through with goal setting. And again, I know all about those goal settings, except the one that I didn't know about that I'm learning. But do I do all of them? I do a lot of them, but there's some of them that will make me even more sharp if I utilize just that one part or that second part or the third part, just to bring yourself up higher, that next step on the ladder, whatever that may be. So, all right, save the chat. It's the 3 little buttons down at the bottom of the chat. Click that and it will say save chat. And then that chat button, the chat will go inside of your computer and live happily ever after until you go get it. All right. Thank you. Go to your social media, post something great. Thank you. See you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.